How's it going, y'all? My name is Aiden Anderson, and this is the Moscow Minutes. I'll be bringing you the latest from the Latah County Commissioner meetings from the week of April 17th, 2022. We've got a lot of ground to cover at this week's meetings, and some highlights from it include a meeting with the elected officials and the heads of county departments, the purchasing of a new building, the meeting of the Board of Equalization, and meetings with the disaster services, facilities, solid waste, and probation departments. Let's get into it. First up, on Monday, the commissioners met with the elected officials and department heads for a regular monthly meeting, sharing updates and events across all departments. Some highlights from that meeting include a legal refresher regarding updates to the county code, the introduction of the new Latah County Historical Society Executive Director, Haley Noble, and the announcement of a fire drill, which is to happen sometime before the end of April. Following that, the commissioners announced the county's intention to purchase a building located at 1313 South Blaine Street in Moscow, Idaho. This building used to be a Wells Fargo bank, and the county hopes to use it as their new DMV and licensing facility. This building is anticipated to be much larger than the county's current DMV facility located in the Latah County Annex, and will cost an estimate of $1.31 million. The commissioners approved both the initial purchase agreement alongside the inspection and appraisal agreement for the property. Following an executive session related to an attorney-client communication and interest in acquisition of real property, the commissioners convened as a Board of Equalization, as opposed to the Board of County Commissioners, per Idaho Code, to discuss some tax assessment appeals brought forth by Elmore United Methodist Church and Root Forest LLC. The commissioners had previously denied their property tax exemption requests, and these two entities were now appealing that process. In the former case with the United Methodist Church, the commissioners agreed to keep the appeal open so that the church can track down some documents associated with the church property transfers before May 15th, with the preferred date being May 11th. And in the latter case, with Root Forest LLC, there was a question as to whether or not they met the criteria to file for property tax exemption under educational purposes, and that discussion was also left to be continued at a later time. The commissioners then approved a CWMA disbursement agreement between Latah County and the state of Idaho. They also signed Ordinance 395, which allowed them to adopt a reformatted version of the existing Latah County Code, alongside recodification ordinances, which will make it easier to access the county code online and will simplify how it's organized. So, department heads will be informed of this reorganization, and they will update the various forms that they have that reference specific sections of Latah County Code appropriately. Following that, a round of property tax exemptions. All of these were approved, save one relating to the Zion Lutheran Church of Deary, and the issue dealt with whether the church needed to provide a particular piece of financial information or not. The decision was put off until the county has some time to examine the previous record for this particular organization. The commissioners then approved the Department Needs Survey, which was put together by the newly formed Capital Improvements Committee, and which assesses department needs for planning future internal projects. They filed the Courthouse Security Committee minutes from April 12th and approved and signed the ARPA beneficiary agreement with the Deary Rural Fire Department for new radios. They paid some bills, and then they received an update on the DigB2 fiber project from the 911 coordinator, Port Authority, and staff of Lewiston. They are looking for commitment of ARPA funds from Latah County to help improve the region's fiber pathways, and they also gave an update on the project's current progress. Wednesday began with an executive session regarding a client-attorney communication, personnel issue, and interest in acquisition of real property. This was followed by the report from the quarterly jail inspection. The results from that inspection are that everything is well in order, with some updates being made to security door infrastructure in the near future. Following that, the commissioners had their bi-monthly meetings with the heads of disaster services, facilities, solid waste, and adult probation departments. I'm just going to list some highlights from those meetings as they covered a lot of ground, and you can always visit their page on the county website to learn more information. With that, here are the highlights. Disaster Services gave an update on an upcoming fire drill, as well as a focus on forest fire mitigation on Moscow Mountain that they are planning on for the summer. Facilities reported that the county jail's new industrial dryer had been finally installed. Solid Waste gave an announcement on Shred Day, which is happening this Saturday, April 23rd. Probation gave an update regarding an increase in community outreach events that they have going on. Once those meetings were done, the commissioners went off the record for the day. And that's the latest from the Latah County Commissioner meetings. As always, we'll have the relevant links posted with this video, and if you have any questions, let us know. This is Aiden Anderson with the Moscow Minutes. See you next time.